Now, thanks everybody. Try to keep your flash photography to a minimum. We don't really care, actually, I'm just joking. So, without further ado, please welcome our wonderful moderator who's going to lead you through today's events.
DragonCon into Friday! How the hell are you guys doing tonight? Before we get this thing started, I gotta figure out the loyalties here. How many of you folks are Hydra loyal? Who's the Hydra people out there? Not many, not many. All right, well, okay, let's go to the flip side. Anyone Shield? Agent Shield? All right, you're in the right room. And it also just made things a hell of a lot more awkward for the person that said Hydra sitting next to you. Feel free to give them stink eye. Well, my name is Aaron Sagers. I'm excited to be doing this thing. I'm excited to be in this room with you guys. And I want you guys to tweet, to Vine, to Facebook, post this stuff out there. Make your friends at home jealous that they are not here at DragonCon on Friday night. Trust me, they will be jealous. Spread the word and let them know, hey, this is what you missed. You got to come out to DragonCon. All right. Now, a couple things. I think we got a microphone over here, a microphone over there. This is going to be your time to ask some questions. Please keep it to one question per person. We got a lot of people in the room. Be nice, be polite, make it short and concise, and no special requests like, you know, can I have a hug? Can I have your nameplate? Can I go home with you? Can I hide in your closet? You know, so don't get too weird on me because it makes everything very awkward. All right. Without further ado, you guys know what to do. You're going to hashtag DragonCon, you're going to hashtag Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you're going to hashtag the hell out of these people I'm bringing out here. You know him as Agent Trip. Of course, a guy that, close to my heart, died too soon. Please, DragonCon, show your love for Mr. BJ Britt! S.H.I.E.L.D. right there. All right, and make some noise, keep it going, because you know this gentleman, he is an icon, he is a legend, he is also General Roberto Gonzalez from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Mr. Edward James I feel so much love in the room that this just isn't enough. I don't know, like, I feel like we need more love, at least one more love. Is anyone out there that's been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Any cast members of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out there? Oh, you'll do, yeah! DragonCon, make some noise! Bring this guy up! McClintock! Bring him on up! All right. I was thinking it was a little too human in here. We needed at least a Cree to balance things out. Wait, where am I gonna sit? Go the hell down! This is what happens when I bring McClintock on a panel. Lose everything off. Downhill. I can excuse you too, sir.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Thanks for letting me horn in on your fame. Listen to you, are you kidding?
Oh, Eddie, you can horn in anytime.
Hello.
It's 7 o'clock. It's almost in that safe harbor PG-13 time.
Why is my hand not blue?
All right, well, hey guys, I hope you got some questions lined up. I'm actually going to start here. Just first off, okay, so 2 of you guys are dead on the show.
Thanks.
Spoiler alert,
Thank you so much for reminding me.
for bringing that up. One of you is in jail on Asgard, I guess. So if the opportunity arises to come back, if you're not dead, or if you can come back in a flashback or return, break out of prison, I guess. Is this the kind of show that you're like, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm coming back in a heartbeat if you can.
Nobody's dead in Marvel.
Yeah!
They're all hanging out having coffee at Warehouse 13.
I'll say this. Hell yeah.
Although I don't know, BJ, you're pretty dead.
I'm more dead than he is, let me tell you.
There's always the
You can be
Yep, that's right.
There you go. All right.
Hey, come on.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is hashtag trip.
I mean, Vintak ran off with Lady Sith.
Yeah.
So I see us coming back with a tiny little Sith. A Sithlet.
The Siflet, the Creasip.
Sithette.
Yeah, a Sithette. There you go. Marvel now owns that character, by the way, the Sithette, yeah.
I'll be in jail tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Let's go. We got the microphones floating around, so let's go ahead and get some questions here. Hi. No question.
There's nothing on this side. Come on, people. Get over here and ask some questions.
Wow,
Come
okay,
on,
this
you gotta
side,
come line up
I
right
can ask
here.
a lot of questions.
Line up in this aisle. Come and tell me what you gotta say.
How about this guy over here? All right, well, let me ask this then. I mean, kind of keeping with Triplet, like, is this kind of show where nobody is safe? Because I really felt like with your character, BJ, like, they build him up to have this important backstory, you know, he's a lineage of the Howling Commandos. Makes you think, okay, this guy is safe. And then, of course, you're not. So is this...
bringing this up? Do you have
I know.
something against me right now?
I'm really just trying to make him emotional on stage, I'm not gonna lie. But do you think that your death, like, served to say, like, yeah, no one is safe? Like, not only is nobody necessarily a good guy all the time, nobody is safe.
Right. I mean, even coming in, I didn't even know that, you know, if he was going to stay good or if he was going to stay bad. I thought, you know, when Garrett and I came on together, we would be, you know, in it to win it. And then, you know, a couple of scripts in, I'm like, whoa, wait, you're not my friend, buddy. And so it kind of gets emotional. I mean, and I didn't grow up, you know, watching comics and all the other stuff. So, you know, now that I'm a part of the Marvel Universe, I was like, Mom, why you didn't introduce me to this? It's so crazy. And so it sucked me in. I was like a big kid in the candy store, like, and I didn't know how huge and how great the fans are. And like, you all are freaking amazing. Like, seriously. So it's like now I'm that person. So when he, you know, we get the script that he's dead, like Eric, we had a cry fest. Like,
yeah.
It was ridiculous. So we all got sucked in. I mean,
How long were you on?
17 episodes. I came halfway through season 1 and died halfway through season 2. But no, it's crazy because you never know what's gonna happen. Of course, right? Like you don't know until you get to the, you know, table read, and then you get the script and like, oh wow, this is gonna go down. But Mo always said that if something happened detrimental to one of the main characters, she said, we'll let you know in advance. So I had just finished shooting this one scene, and they were like, BJ, hey, they want to see you up at the office. And I was like,
Dun dun dun.
I know, right? And I was like, wait, what do you mean? You want to see me up at the office? What do you mean? She's like, no, I think it's gonna be like, you know, Trip gets a girl, they want to talk to you maybe about your character, maybe an arc or something like that. I was like, okay. Okay, I can see that happening. And so I go up to the office, and then, you know, they're like, hey, BJ, you know, one of the sisters was like, hey, they're all back in the room. And I was like, all back here? We don't everybody doesn't need to be here for, you know, just to let me know what's gonna go down. And when I walked in, I saw like the whole producers. Then I was like, how does he die? And I said exactly like that, and then they were like, Mo and Jay were like, BJ, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They're like, but you're gonna go out a hero. Everybody's gonna love you and da 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 da. And I was like, I don't care. I don't even want to do that. You know? and so as soon as, you know, and as soon as I left the room, you know, they were like, BJ, nobody knows. We want to tell you first. He said before the script comes out next week, you know, so we want to give you a heads up. I was like, okay, cool. I was a trooper in the room, but driving home, like, you know. And so I was driving home, and Clark calls me first because they were going to tell me first and then tell everybody after. So Clark calls me immediately, then Chloe and Britt and Ming, then, you know, and I'm not answering the phone because I can't drive and cry at the same time and talk on the phone. So Clark leaves a message like, you better freaking pick up the phone. I'm gonna keep calling until you answer the phone. And so when we finally went to the table read, it was just a cry fest. Like, you know, Chloe's like, I don't want to turn the page because I know you, and that's when you come to save me. And writers, everybody, it was just, you know. So I just want to say thanks for all the love for Trip. But, you know, we'll see.
Well, Eddie, one of the things I liked about your character is
Which
that...
one?
Well, okay, sorry. Mr. Olmos.
Oh.
One of the things I liked about your character is that he's a good guy, but he's not a white hat. He's kind of, there's shades of gray there, you know? There's some complexity to the character. Was that sort of the appeal for you, is that he's not just through and through good guy, that there is these, I don't know, a little bit of a gray streak to him?
Well, there really wasn't a gray streak. Everybody put a gray streak because I went up against Coulson. And as soon as, you know, the hero's getting attacked, I gotta be the bad guy. I'm the only real shield in the damn movie. Hello? Boom! Why do you think they knocked me out? Coulson going, no, maybe I lost my spot. No, Clark. Take it easy. No, they were very smart. They were very smart. They needed to build some kind of tension. Where they weren't smart is they took me out too early. That's the only issue. They go, oh yeah, we only need you for, you know, 1.5 shows. You think you got yours the hard way? I didn't even get a phone call from Clark. Ming said, see you later.
He was like, there goes my competition.
They were real quick to get rid of me, boy. Yep, you're next. No, really, I am so proud of being part of this. I gotta tell you, it was a tremendous opportunity to join the Marvel world. And I loved every minute of it. I would have done it for just one show, you know, just to get inside of that. Yeah, and everybody that was on the show is just amazing. And it's a really good family, really strong family. And I was very honored to be a part of it. And I thought that they really got rid of me really well. It's going to be really hard to put me back together again. I think they have some of my DNA somewhere, you know, someplace. But it's hard to say because, man, not only did she wipe me out, okay, and turned to rock, you know, and then they broke my hand, but then they come in with they blow the shit out of the place where I'm sitting. I said, man, that's overkill, buddy. Who the hell designed that one? Did you see it? It was funny. I mean, nobody really realized I was in the building. That was where I was, and they, boom, they blew it up. But, you know, basically, people really hated me. And it was really cool because, you know, everybody thought that I was the bad guy. And you should. That's what the idea was from the very beginning, to really put a confrontation between characters. And he needs it. He needs that conflict. He can't be always correct. And he wasn't. He was, you know, he was under Fury's control. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't the real Shield. And when he finally commits to understanding it, and all of you understood it, you still didn't like it. And so they blew me up. I hope you're happy.
No respect for the Latino.
There was nothing, man. Gonzalez went right out. I'm sitting over here at this other place, sitting here, signing autographs. Not one person comes up and says, I love you on S.H.I.E.L.D. I love you on S.H.I.E.L.D. Not one of you guys has come over to say hi. You don't have to buy anything. Just come over and say, I liked you on S.H.I.E.L.D. Nobody. I got my little pictures there. I sold one. Yeah.
I'll come over.
Yeah. Think about it.
We'll come over. Yeah,
Well, thank you. You guys come over, right?
All you guys will go say that you loved him on S.H.I.E.L.D. now, right?
I don't believe you. I do not believe you. One person has come over and said, I loved you on S.H.I.E.L.D. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of you so quick. Ha! See what you get?
Well, other Eddie, Mr. McClintock.
Yes. The lower Eddie.
The lower Eddie.
The guy that looks like David Boreanaz. At the beginning of my career, I used to sign autographs as David Boreanaz. I'd be like, I didn't want to deal with it, so I'd be like, sure. I got a free pizza one time.
Just don't fight it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on S.H.I.E.L.D., I mean, you play an important part because really, like, the show has really fully embraced the nerdiness, the nerddom, as a Cree. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big role to be playing.
Yeah.
How did they approach you and say, how'd you get kind of tied into the guest spot? Like, as a Cree, going up against Inhuman, going up against Lady Sif, a lot of nerdy stuff going on there.
Yeah. We went full nerd on that one. Drew Greenberg, who he started out on Buffy, and then so he had worked with Joss before. He was one of the co-EPs on Warehouse 13, and then he left to go write with Andrew Kreisberg on Arrow, and then left Arrow because he got an opportunity to work on S.H.I.E.L.D. So he called me and was like, hey man, do you want to come be on the show? And I mean, I've been a Marvel nerd since I was a little kid. I was a huge, Incredible Hulk. I got this Don Martin tattoo. I was trying to decide whether I should get the Hulk or Don Martin, and my wife's like, well, if you get the Hulk, you look like a fanboy. And I'm like, hello? Do you not know who you married? I jumped at the opportunity, and it's interesting because the night before I was supposed to go to work, I had to show up at Raleigh Studios at like 5 in the morning, and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and I was learning my Cree dialogue, and Drew called me, and he was like, hey man, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm working on my lines. He was like, okay, stop. Because Marvel looked at the storyline and they want to tie this into their movie universe, so we had to change everything. So you're going to get all new lines. And I go, well, when will they be coming? And so the next day I showed up to work and I had, it was one scene, but it was stretched out through the entire show, and the director was like, okay, we're gonna block shoot these 6 pages. Now when you block shoot, that means they shoot everything in one direction and then everything in the next, so I had to know 6 pages of dialogue, and it was all like, take the dilithium crystal to the Farfanugan and drop it into the barley flagon.
I can think of at least 3 things wrong with that comment right there.
So I was like, I don't know this. And so I had Chloe and Ming-Na and Clark and everybody. If you remember the scene, I'm standing there doing this this whole story about the Farfanugan, the diviners, and they were I mean, it was an actor's worst. I mean, I come to the set prepared generally, and it was like I was standing there naked on a block of ice, and I'm Irish, so you can imagine the shrinkage. So it was funny. By the end of it, Clark was standing there. He by the 10th take, he knew all my lines, so he was mouthing all my dialogue to me. I'm like, dude, I appreciate that you know all my lines. Amazing to be invited. So hopefully, you know, I don't know, I'm not dead.
There's another one.
Yeah, this is the last time we do a panel together.
Yeah, backstage he was like, oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Like never again.
McClintock guy.
All right, we got a question over there.
Hello. I just, first I'd say New Zealand loves Shield. So I'm from New Zealand and we just love it over there.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know if you were actually from New Zealand or you were just carrying a message from New Zealand.
No, I am from New Zealand. I came all the way over here to see you guys and everyone. And I know that was just against the rules, but my question is, if you could play a Marvel superhero, anyone, anywhere, who would it be and why?
A Marvel superhero. Okay. If you could play a Marvel superhero, another one, I guess. Might it be?
Well, I would be the Hulk because I've kind of got the protruding post-orbital ridge. And I'm like 2 chromosomes from Australopithecus. So, you know, I wouldn't have to say much. I could just, you know.
Very, very little makeup and CGI necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
Thor. I was going to say Ant-Man, but no, Thor.
Yeah. Go big or go home, man, right? Yeah.
Because Thor has that giant hammer. And if you see like my Creed, man, he had a tiny little truncheon, and I'm like, what are you trying to say? Messing with my heritage, with my people.
You're a wee little Cree.
I mean, even Clark was like, I mean, come on. I mean, what's that gonna do?
All right, pressure's on.
Yeah. I know it's pretty hard, but I'd have to go with Agent Triplet. I don't know.
You mean not dead Triplet, though? Yeah.
But I kind of have to like and then I kind of sound like when he says, "Come on, girl, you know I look good." You know, I don't know, but whatever.
We call that the panty dropper.
Oh!
This is an adult audience. It's almost 8:30.
I changed my mind. I would do another panel with you, my friend.
Shield After Dark. All right, here you go.
Olmos, which I'd like to first off say, I loved you in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Thank you.
Well played. You got one.
You got one.
You're not my brother either.
No, not at all. So we talked about you. They kind of brought up the gray streak, you know, and that you're the kind of the rival character. And it's funny because I always wondered, you know, how much they kind of gave you guys as far as info ahead of time in the plot. Because the way they introduced your character, you know, they find you basically in a room full of guys as the last one alive. And I always thought it's like, well, there was kind of an open-ended way to find him because he could have been killed the last guy of anyone in that room. He could have been Hydra from the start, with that intro, because there were no other survivors there to know how he got in that situation and whose side he was on in the fight. So was that intentional as far as like, was there the opportunity that they might have had you be something different by the end of that season, or they already kind of have everything laid out? Did you know?
Yeah, we knew. I mean, they had it set up. And the setup really was the fact that everybody took me as a rival to, you know, Clark. And as far as everyone was concerned, they all bid on it. I mean, I came in as a hard guy. And they didn't know whether I was Hydra or not. No one knew what I was. But it became really an extraordinary move when they made him the real Shield. And then, boom, they kill him. So, and that's even more, you know, they really, really know what they're doing. And they do it very well. And so, no, we were aware of it from the get-go. I mean, in respects of where they were going with it. And they told me at the beginning, I wouldn't have joined. You know, that's a lie. I'll do one day. It's the Marvel world, man. You know, it's amazing. And that character, I liked him. You know, when they gave me the leg, you know, the whole thing of being torn apart and what happened to him, it was really, really a wonderful character. I loved him. And to this day, I'm very proud of Gonzalez. He did really well.
This question is for BJ. First of all, so much love. I wept deep tears when I was like, So my question is, if you had a choice, if we're going to bring you back, if you had a choice of how you would be brought back, how would you be a Kree? Would you be like some sort of like, maybe you were an alien the whole time? Maybe you were something else. Maybe. So what's your choice? And the second part of that question, you're back now. Who are you getting with? Are you getting with
I know, chill. Now he wants you on every panel.
Wow, how did I come back? I could probably answer the second one a lot faster than that. Wow, that's a good one. Help me out, brothers.
Resurrected by the power of love.
Yeah, you know what? Any way Trip comes back, I'll be sad. He can actually come back as a shoelace. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't. I mean, we'd figure out some way to, you know, make that work. You know, we'd figure out some way, you know, to make that work. He's
a very handsome shoelace.
Yeah.
If I may say so.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not afraid.
Right,
I'll say it right here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But who would that shoelace be getting with?
Shoelaces, would he be tied by?
Oh!
That just happened. Boom.
That's right. Morning.
Actually, you know what? I feel like Trip as a shoelace has a lot of love to give, so that shoelace would be very long. And so, I don't think just one hand can tie those shoes, you know.
Would it be like an Adidas shoelace, one that's very thick?
I don't know.
Can I ask a question? Is this an HBO show?
He started it, okay? He started it. All right, you know what? We'll just, next question.
Does DragonCon offer a pay-per-view option?
This channel's ABC, right?
What happened?
Okay, guys, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming. This is awesome that you're here. This question is for Edward James Olmos. And Edward, I want to say that even before coming to this panel, I loved you in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even before coming to the panel, I would have said that. But my question for you, sir, is like, let's just say, for argument's sake, Sky's mom actually did make the deal. What do you think the chemistry would be between you and Coulson? I mean, would you have, kept the alliance going, or would you have been like, okay, I'm done with you?
No, it would have been extraordinary because inevitably, like in Miami Vice, Crockett and Tubbs were the heroes. In walks the guy in the black suit. and he just tears them apart. He became their best, their best friend. Him and I would have become really, really strong. It would have been outrageous what we could have done together, but that was another movie.
Good question. All right, over here.
So I've got to ask, with as many people that die in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or any other Joss Whedon endeavor for that matter, do the people who die have some kind of either support group or regular gathering they do?
Each other, yeah.
And if they do, can they make a podcast of it?
You guys are jeez.
I've never wanted to die so badly in my life. I has a sad.
I feel a little left out now, right? Like, deliberately, we're
There is no support. There are no jock straps out there. You die.
They got shoelaces, though.
There needs to be one, though. There definitely needs to be one.
There you go.
We need a shoelace.
Post-traumatic shield death, PTSD.
There you go. Yeah.
6 years of college.
Yeah.
Right here.
We're keeping him on this panel. He's allowed to stay. Hi.
Sorry. Is there a reason they never explicitly named Chip's grandfather, or we just must make assumptions?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Is there a reason they never explicitly named Chip's grandfather, or are we supposed to just make assumptions based on, context?
No, they never named him. I think a lot of people had speculation because there was only one black Howling Commander. But,
Are you black?
I don't see color! I don't see color! I know you don't, brother!
Literally, he is colorblind. It's tragic, yeah.
But it could have been somebody else.
Please don't tweet this.
I love you guys. You have no idea how funny you all are. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, a lot of people just speculated Gabe Jones because, once again, he was the only black. But who knows? He might have not been that. My grandfather could have been the one taking the picture. That just happened.
Mic drop, mic drop.
Mic drop. I was hoping for a minute there that he would be somehow related to Captain America, which would mean you have some super soldier blood in there, which is how you would come back.
I like that. I am partially white. Yeah.
I'm looking out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
just want you to know that.
All right, where were we? Over here? Hi.
Good afternoon. Good evening. I'd just like to say, sir, that Director Fury and Agent Coulson are clearly in violation of protocol, and all loyal agents are loyal to the True Shield. But, Mr. Olmos, I would also like to ask, how did you become involved in the project? Is this something you had been interested in getting to the MCU prior, or how did it come up?
They called me. I was shocked. Literally, I'm not kidding you. The Marvel World's calling you. What? How did this happen? No, I was surprised. I was very, very surprised because it's really difficult what happens in this industry. Because you create something and then pretty soon they say, oh my God, fantastic. But, you know, can you use him on this? No, he's already, he's you know, Adama, you know. So you can't get another job. You're like, you can't use him, he's a dama, you know? What? Wait a minute. I was gaffed too. You know, but it gets to be very difficult. But so I was very, very surprised when they called me and asked me to do the show. And they told me it was an arc that would take 5 to 6 shows. They did it in 5. You know? And so, but no, they called, and I was very proud, I was very happy that somebody called and said, hey man, you want to work?
Right on.
Yeah.
Were you happy to not play an agent, like or like a government type after Warehouse 13?
It was interesting to play something as serious as Vintac, and especially because Jamie Alexander, Lady Sif, was you know, she has this Asgardian accent, and everybody. So you know, I'm trying to be Vintac, and then the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, you must take the divine, and I'm like, I have to stop because it's so infectious. This the Asgardian dialect, you know. So yeah, it was cool, but it was great because the last scene, if you've seen this episode, they let me do a little funny thing about, you know, when I'm like, why is my hand not blue? And then I say, I'll go stand guard. Like, you do that, Skippy. You know. So I got to put a little funny in it at the end. So it was cool. It was cool.
I had a question for BJ, but I just want to tell Mr. Olmos real quick. It's not that I didn't love you in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's just that I love all your work as a whole.
Brown noser, brown noser.
And I think a lot of people, folks here will agree that when you showed up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the second you showed up on the screen, everybody was like, oh, now it's getting down to business. And I think that's a big tribute to your acting career. So,
thank you. I really
but BJ, my question is for you. At what moment do you think that while working on S.H.I.E.L.D., what moment do you think it turned from oh, it's a paycheck to this is the best job in the whole wide world?
Oh gosh. Day one, brother, seriously, day one. Only because I didn't, like I said, I didn't grow up watching anything with comics. Like, I mean, my agent would always tell me, hey, B, let's go watch like Thor or Captain America when it comes out. I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, and so when I booked the role, he was like, hey, B, you booked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I like, when you go and you don't even know what you're auditioning for. Like, your names aren't the same names. Agent War wasn't Agent War when I was reading with him, you know, during the first episode when I meet him and everything. And so I knew nothing about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel, anything. And so, excuse me, he's like, BJ. I'm like, yo, what? He's like, yo, you booked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was like, okay. When do we work? He's like, no, I don't think you understand. You booked Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm happy we working. He's like, you don't get it. So, you know, after I started doing my homework and they, you know, send me the script with the real names and the real dialogue and everything, and then I find out you have to, like, this is in chronological order. You got to go back from this to this to this. Then it ties in with the movies, and then it's like ties into that. And I'm like, I love you, Lord. Thank you so much. And so my agent teases me to this day. He's like, you didn't even like Marvel, and now all of a sudden you go into the premieres, and you're like, yo, you going with me? You going with me? He's like, you didn't even want to go when I want to take you to the movies. So yeah. So it was never just a paycheck. And I'd come back as a shoestring for free. Like, just seriously, I'm not even playing.
Well, and it's interesting because there's no mention of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. anywhere on the script that you get. And even when you show up to the studio, you have to say, I'm here for some other show. They don't have, you know, and then the stage doesn't have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It has... Ragtag. That's right, Ragtag.
I remember they put me back on the show.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here for Ragtag.
Yeah, exactly. So everything is so top secret. That's why, you know, you never know what's going to happen. We don't even get to know anything.
I got to see the plane, the black plane, the super cool plane. Thank you. Yes. Jealous, I know.
Although it's a little less top secret now that you just put out ragtag on the internet.
Yeah.
Bring BJ back onto the show.
McClintock does one episode. Blows the whole thing.
McClintock, banned from Marvel.
Did they digitize? You've been digitized, right?
No further questions, Your Honor.
Because I had to stand in front of a 3D digitizer, and I think I've been chipped because I woke up and I couldn't walk. So I was like, what has happened here?
Yeah.
I felt yucky, but at the same time good.
Definitely.
Slightly excited.
Yeah.
Definitely not myself today.
Yeah. Well, that's good though, because that also means that you're action figure ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, where do we leave off? Over here.
Hello? My question's for VJ. If Trip had lived...
But he's dead though, right?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm scared to talk now. Like, I just feel like there's a marble dot from Josh like right on my head, like right now, like seriously. Yes, sir. I can help you.
Anyway, if he had lived and made it to the point where the real SHIELD takeover happened, how would he have dealt with that situation, and how would he have gotten along with the real SHIELD agents that he would have been forced to work with or be held prisoner by? And I guess this could also be to Edward. How do you think a general would deal with Trip or get along with him as one of his subordinates?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
All right, if Trip lived, how would he deal with the whole real SHIELD takeover and the fact that some of the people he'd been working with were traitors or from a certain point of view? And how do you think he would have gotten along with or viewed Edward James Olmos' character?
Well, excuse me. Once again, Trip has a lot of love to give. At the same time, he's not only a medic, he's not only a fighter, he's not only a lover. So, in dealing with the new SHIELD, I think that he would come in very prepared to do whatever needs to be done. Get the girl, shake my man's hand here, and then walk out and meet you at Asgard.
I'll take it.
There you go.
I feel like that's the source of a lot of fan fiction stories now. They're all writing that right now.
I believe that Agent Gonzalez would have just made sure to check his shoestrings. It's all in the laces, guys.
And just FYI, Vintac's shoestring is blue. We're still talking about shoestrings, though, right?
Yeah. What else?
Hello.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No.
Hi there.
While we're waiting for them to figure out how to bring you back as a genetically enhanced, super sexy shoestring, what else do you guys have on your plates as far as future projects that we can look forward to seeing?
I'm sorry, what else do we
have on your plates as far as projects that all of us can look forward to seeing you in? And this is for all of you as well.
Okay.
If you know anybody, I will clean your pool. I have this pretty fetching leopard skin thong that I'll I'm not talking about wax on the nipples or anything like that, but I will clean a pool. Will I work in Atlanta? Sure. Sure. Go Falcons. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty online. My wife comes home and she's like, there you are. Still on the couch. Hi, babe. Remember I was on that show, Warehouse 13? Yes, I know. Go find another job. So, for me, you know, it's just auditioning, waiting for my next gig, you know? Thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Your turn.
I don't even want to talk now. I do a show called Being Mary Jane. That's
Hey, do you
we're
know
in season.
Do you know anybody over there? Do you know anybody?
Do you know So we're in our third season right now, which airs October something. Don't tell them I said something, okay? But yeah, comes back on, and it's BET's first 1 hour drama. So our third season starts in October. So be on the lookout for that. And we also need a pool, guys. So.
I have a film coming out sometime next year called Monday Nights at 7, which I'm really, really looking forward to. It's a very inexpensive but very beautiful independent film. And also, just last night, they called me up and asked me if I wanted to be in the pilot of Urban Cowboy.
Oh.
We'll see what happens with that. I don't even know what it is. I remember the movie, but don't know much about it. We'll see.
Are there any pools on that show? Because, you know, cowboys swim.
There you go.
You got it. And then I also have a wonderful little, if you have children, I have Americano the movie, which is a animation film for kids, really for kids, not you know, like Frozen. It's for kids, right? And all the jokes are, you know, Pixar. But you know, this one's really for kids, and it's wonderful. It's called Americano the movie. It should be out sometime in February, March. It's an animation film. We have that one coming out.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Hi.
Hi, this is for Eddie. What? Okay, yes. Okay, how does your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character compare to your Warehouse 13 character?
How do they compare? Wow, you know, very, very different, very different. If you guys, I don't know if any of you guys have seen Warehouse 13. Thanks, man. I was thinking, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do this S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, and no one's gonna be like, who's this guy? The blue guy. Oh yeah, I remember him. Okay. So thank you. Wow, that's amazing. You know, the comparison, like I said, I mean, I got to do a little, I mean, I'm a laugh whore in general, so at any chance I can get to be funny, I'll always take it. You know, my hair was different, which was very exciting. You know, otherwise, I think, you know, Vintak was basically, since he's Cree, he doesn't really understand having a sense of humor, although there was some stuff in the scene that was kind of funny, but they decided to edit that out because they wanted to keep him serious. They wanted his demeanor to be pretty serious, so... I mean, you know, it was completely two different things, which is fun for an actor just to be able to do something different, you know. So.
Right on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think we only have time for about 2 more questions, so I'm going to go over here and then go back.
Make them good.
Make them good. No
Say
pressure.
something nice to Edward.
This is for all 3 of you. What would you say has been your favorite moment from the first 2 seasons of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I mean, for me, it was when the guy called me and was like, hey, do you want to do the show?
I was gonna say the same thing.
I'm like, yeah, duh.
If you had to pick a moment in season 1 or 2, or
I mean, come on. For me, when I got to fight with Ms. Gorgeous, what's the gal's name? The blonde?
Bobby?
Bobby. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I got to have
Barbara. I don't know how to get Barbara.
and
Barbara.
anytime that I got to show my superpowers, like, you know, I got to pick Lady Sif up and throw her off of the boardwalk, which was like awesome.
There you go.
I mean, you know, just because it's just so cool to have superpowers, you know. So I would say for me, it was anytime I got to, you know, do any of my superpowers. And I had this amazing stuntman who did all the, anytime you see my face, obviously you know it's me. If you don't see my face, it was my awesome stuntman who, her boyfriend.
Oh, it was just,
Yeah. He was awesome.
He's awesome.
He's good.
You would put me on the spot.
Good.
Don't look at me.
I'm sorry. What was the name again of the show? Oh yeah. Oh, see that bus? Here I am throwing him under it.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, let's have McClintock. It'll be great. It'll be a nice tie-in.
Yeah. Any other just moments that you guys reflect on from your jobs on the show that stand out?
I think for me it would have been the behind the scenes stuff that you all sometimes don't get to see. Like, it's a lot of joking around. I mean, I always love when we do like we go on missions, when we're prepping for missions and everybody's putting the gun together and everything, and you know we usually have someone on set. We always have someone on set that's like, you know, someone who's trained in gun control and just all this. So when you're talking, you know, excuse me, always make sure the gun, you know, is down. You know, when you're talking, putting the clip in, all that stuff. And so a lot of the times, okay, I'm not gonna put anybody on the spot. A lot of the times there's someone who's giving, you know, briefing us on what we should be doing. And he's like, yeah, so listen, so when you go in, keep everything safe. And then, and then all of a sudden, like, cut, you just killed everybody on the... Okay, you're right. Oh, let's go again. And he's like, okay, so when you go in, you just, so it's just, you know, it's just, a lot of the stuff, like, it's a lot of joking, but as soon as they say in action, it's all serious business, serious. And then as soon as they say cut, like, oh my God, you killed us. you pretty much almost killed us, you know? So yeah, for me, it's the joking and stuff.
It really is the humor behind the scenes. And Clark is extraordinary.
Amazing.
That man is a beautiful human being, but man.
Notice I never said his name, okay? I never said his name. Let me know, BJ never said his name.
I say it all the time. He never called me. Oh, he did. Come on, I'm only joking. Jesus, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah.
No, he's the best, most memorable moments are truly the ones where they throw left hooks at you in the show. I mean, when I found out what Tahiti was, I went crazy. Whoa, that's cold.
Yeah.
I went to Tahiti, and all of a sudden you find out what that was, and that was cold. That was, I don't like what they did to him there.
Yeah.
And so those are the memorable moments, is the shifts, the way that they do it, and it's excellent writing.
Yeah. All right. We are officially out of time, but I want to take this last one real quickly, but if you can make it super short.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Laura.
Hello.
Hi. I was just wondering, y'all played vastly different roles on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was wondering like how your interactions were on set with the others, if anything.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
I'm sorry.
So y'all played like vastly different types of roles on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was wondering like how your interactions were with the rest of the cast or like with each other, if you.
Oh, how the cast interactions were.
Yeah.
You hated them all, right?
I mean, everybody is amazing but like they said, it's professional. But as soon as it's cut, everybody's cracking up, and it's nice to be able to go from a family like Warehouse 13, where we were so close, and to be accepted and invited into their little family for that short time. So they're amazing, and I hope I come back.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, it's literally a family over there. Seriously.
Write your congressman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're alive on the show.
I am.
Yeah.
Now, there are dead guys, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Some guys are dead, and some guys are alive.
Yeah, you're an alive guy, yeah.
That's right.
Easy enough
Never
to do.
gonna panel with you again. But like you said, it's a family from from the top of the totem pole, like to executive producers, to the bottom of the totem pole with me. I mean, like seriously. Like, no, I'm being serious. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's a family over there, and it's so great to be able to be around people who, there's no big eyes or little U's, and everybody comes to have fun and just work and know, like, whether you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, fixing the food, picking up trash, like, everybody gets along with everyone, and we all have a good time. Seriously. That's rare. That's rare.
Obviously, he never worked with me, so thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I love you.
Give it up. I'm McClintock. DJ Britt. Edward James Olmos.
Hashtag trip live.
Nice meeting you. Good to meet you as well.